Gang, the Army, the Navy, the unstoppable. What's the word, my boys? We back with another video, man, another banger. Look, today we got a Swamp Stories video. If y'all don't know who that is, bro, he basically be making hit piece videos. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, he be making them videos where he gonna get a lot of information about you, put it together, and just go crazy. Whatever that information leads to, he gonna get to it. So today he talking about the one and only CRIP Mac from 55th Street. So listen, man, we know it's going to be a goodie, man. Let's get right to it. My camera is currently charging while I'm doing the video because I just knocked out 2 other videos. You heard? Those soon come. But let's go, man. Let's get right into this reaction. Shout out to Swamp Stories. Shout out to CRIP Mac and 55th Street. Let's go, my boys.
It was the Swamp Stories video.
Yeah, cuz whoever made that, you're
Damn. He must have been violated. They had to blink the whole thing out.
What was your issue with the documentary?
me, cuz trying to say all the bad to the gang. You fight me? We a small turn.
Would you ever get the tattoo removed?
Never. Never. Neighborhood CRIP, never.
Why he look like that? Yeah, that nigga look sad about it. Like, yo, look at him. Look like, why he look like that right now? Yo, my son was like about to cry. Look at his mouth. Pause.
I am CRIP and Mac. I am HK Destruction on Hustlers. I got 5 many other names on Hustlers. I am a certified young 55th Street General. On hood.
On hood.
Welcome back to another episode of Swamp Stories. For this video, we do something completely out of the ordinary. A while back, I decided to make the channel more serious and to avoid these kind of videos. But after seeing CRIP Mac lie about his life story, diss me, and call out people that he's never met, I decided that I have...
He said he lied about his life story? Oh, that mean we about to get to the gritty? CRIP Mac, what they digging up on you, Brody?
Go in. After I dropped my original 55th Street video, my DMs were flooded with LA people telling me that CRIP Mac is a complete fraud. Initially, I ignored these messages because I figured that it was just haters being haters. But once I saw that he dissed me, I decided to look into it myself. What if I told you that everything CRIP Mac has ever said was a lie and that keeping it 55th Street was never his life? Or shall I say, keeping it enough is enough. Today is the day where CRIP Mac will never disrespect Swamp Stories again. But before we get into it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. The story begins about an hour and a half east of South Central LA in the suburban city of Rancho Cucamunga, California. If you're unfamiliar...
What? Rancho Cucamunga? Where Craig uncle stay? What? The one that won the lotto? What? Where they found Chico at? Nah, not where they found my son Day. Nah, not Rancho Cucamunga.
Is where the movie Next Friday was filmed.
No more locked doors! Gracias!
But it's also where a young man named Trevor Hurd was born in February of 1993. Despite living in the suburbs, life was not always peaches and cream for young...
What? That's CRIP Mac? With pink hair? Nah, hell nah.
In fact, at just 2 years old, his father, Trevor Sr., moved out to Orange County. However, his young mother named Crystal was able to hold down multiple jobs and get them a house in the nearby Ontario, California.
Shout out to Mama, man. That's, what do you call her, Mama Bear? Shout out to his Mama Bear, man.
This quiet and peaceful cul-de-sac is where Trevor spent the majority of his childhood, far from the wild streets of LA. From 1st to 3rd grade, Trevor attended Newman Elementary in Chino Hills, one of the highly ranked schools in the Inland Empire. However, despite being a sheltered kid, Trevor had all sorts of behavior.
Let me see why you look like that in this other picture.
California. This quiet and peaceful cul-de-sac is where Trevor spent the majority of his childhood, far from the wild streets of LA. From 1st to 3rd grade...
This picture right here is what got me. This picture right here. Alright, so my son's teeth been a little fucked up before he got him knocked out. So his teeth been like that.
Trevor attended Newman Elementary in Chino Hills, one of the highly ranked schools in the Inland Empire. However, despite being a sheltered kid, Trevor had all sorts of behavioral issues growing up.
I mean, this kid was jumping out of the window, you know, at 6 and 7 years of age, you know, to go out and explore and come back, and I just like, we had to lock the windows, and I'm sure he felt like incarcerated, and I know that feeling. But yeah, he definitely needed some guidance. He went to Newman Elementary School, and I would receive tons of calls daily. Just, your son, he's not doing what, we're asking him to do. He's doing just the opposite. So it's not that he's just not doing it. He's going to do the opposite. We threw Ritalin at him. We threw Thoridazine, everything to try to get him regulated.
See, they were trying to put him on the meds, man. I don't rock with that, man. I don't rock with that.
So, and me being a young mom, that was very, very challenging.
To mend these issues, Trevor's mom sent him to a private military boarding school hours away. However, after 14 months, Trevor was expelled and sent back home to Chino, California.
So we put him in military school, and they did drills, they did academics, they did PT. He was up early in the morning, and he was disciplined for about 14 months. Very challenging on me.
So the military school didn't help him at all?
He got kicked out of military school. Kicked out of military school. They said, I'm sorry, we don't have anything else that we can offer your son at this time.
All right, well, listen, he was a little badass. Nigga. He got kicked out of military school. Nigga was a badass.
His behavior is too drastic.
By the time Trevor returned home, his mother already had plans to move to Houston, Texas with her boyfriend. This would be a man known as Mr. Gary, who lived in the suburb of Katy, Texas. According to CMAC, he didn't move to Texas until 2009 or 2010.
So what age was that you went to Texas?
Hold on, god damn it. Oh,
Not the famous.
2000, god damn it, 2009, 2010.
Okay.
That's a teenager on Hood, in Houston, Texas. I did 2 years out there. I never graduated or nothing, but look, at least I went. Look.
But according to his mom, he actually moved there as a little kid.
Oh, so he was there 14 months?
Yes.
You know what age?
I want to say roughly 7 to 9.
Oh, young.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
Then again, in CMAC defense, 7 to 9, how he gonna remember that? He wasn't out there gangbanging or doing nothing himself. He was in the house. To him, he probably don't know where the hell he was at.
That's when he moved to Texas.
So for the next few years, Trevor went to middle school in Katy, Texas, and things were kind of coming together for the family. But then everything came crashing down. One day after returning home from work, Trevor's mom walked in on something she never thought she'd see. She walked in on her beloved Mr. Gary with a Brock Lesnar lookalike. As you would expect, this ended everything for Mr. Gary. And Trevor and Crystal...
Oh, she walked in on her dude with a dude? She walked in on her dude with a dude? That's what happened? Damn, Mr. Gary.
In with Granny Bear in Katy, Texas. However, Granny decided to send him to school in Houston so he could be with a family friend. Little did Granny know this family friend was an official Rolling 60s member from Southwest Houston. Well, when Trevor met him, he decided to tell him that he himself was an official Rolling 60s member from LA. He also told him that he went by Woodard in the streets.
Yeah.
If you meet Woodard, he sophomore, junior, your senior year, however.
I'm the reason he ended up going to Haitian.
Okay, just walk us through y'all's relationship.
All right. His grandma stayed in Katy. You already know Katy is not an A-Leaf school.
It's suburb.
Yeah,
that's Fort B and ISD.
Mm-hmm. I stayed.
Damn near
I always
Sugar
stayed at
Land.
A-Leaf, yeah. Right. So he was registered to my house to go to Hastings because I went to Hastings.
The school he attended was LOC Hastings, and it just so happened to be in a Rolling 60s neighborhood. Well, when CMAC got there, he began telling everyone that he...
Damn. Is this where this nigga picked up his fake gangbanging career? Like, I'm not jacking that. I'm just saying, it's starting to roll out, though. I ain't gonna lie, it's starting to roll out. And listen, when the balls start rolling, you gotta watch the story, bro.
Official Rolling 60s member from LA. To make matters worse, he even told them that they're doing everything wrong. How suburban Trevor felt like he was in position to tell them anything is beyond me.
So when he came out here to us, he made it seem like he was put on. But I don't know.
He was saying he was from there. He was saying he was on the set.
He was saying he was on the set.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, for contrast, let's let suburban Trevor tell the story himself.
Y'all not doing right out here. Crips don't get along with Crips in LA. And didn't say nothing, kid. And then, they dope me and beat the out of me.
Nigga tried to go out of town and tell these niggas they crippin' wrong. Nigga, they packed his crippin' up. Sent that nigga back to Katy, Texas. Goddamn.
That was not the real reason he was DP'd. It was actually for false claiming 60s.
You see Crip back around, he's hanging around, and he comes to Hood Day. So that's Texas Hood Day you talking about?
Texas Hood Day.
For the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay, so he coming to the Hood Day, and at the Hood Day, he on the set.
Yeah, nah.
According to
him.
Okay. And he has to be like 15, 16, 14 around the
16. I'm gonna say 16, 17. Don't get it twisted. He always was big Crip, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't, if you get what I'm saying.
The Houston
So they saying he always was on his Crip shit, but he just wasn't Crip.
60s thought that he was an official member from LA and they accepted him in. But once they got a call from LA, everything would go bad.
A year later, he been thugging with you. Y'all rocking. You know what I'm saying? And y'all get a call.
Treating them like family and all that.
And y'all get a call from the motherland.
Yeah.
Cali.
Yeah, we talking to him, everything. They was like, nah, cuz ain't never good put on. So you already know that's a total offense to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody who put they blood, sweat, and tears in this shit, but don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a from. Don't play with it.
How did y'all react when y'all got the news?
I ain't gonna lie, Crip Mac ain't never tell this side of the story. I done seen wild Crip Mac interviews. I ain't never heard Crip Mac talk about this. Ever, ever, ever. So let's keep going.
It was flawed.
It was, you lied to us, so this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't handle that pressure. He took off.
What you mean, took off?
Oh, he took off. After that happened, we don't hear from him.
He wouldn't be heard of in Houston for years. After he was caught cosplaying a Rolling 60, he decided to head back to Cali. And here's where the story
nigga said cosplay
gets even more twisted. C-Mac claims that he went from Houston to South Central at 16.
Packed my shit and ran back to L.A. I was on 59th and 8th Avenue by Crenshaw and Slauson by Nips Hood. I was in the Dorset Village with them niggas over there, you know. Then I moved with my auntie on 45th and Western.
But in reality, C-Mac was living in Chino and attending Fontana High School. If you don't believe me, he actually said it on his old Facebook page, and he's in the class of 2011 yearbook. But just because he was living in the suburbs does not mean that he wasn't banging. In fact, he started his own hood. On December 22nd, 2012, Crip Mac officially started the Trey Chino Gator Crip. But wait.
Nah, bro, this is crazy. Nah, he did not make the suburban hood a Crip gang.
Later that same day, he actually changed the name to the Trey Deuce Chino Gator Crips. I suppose they moved the block over or something? I don't know. But here's how committed he was. He decided he would get them tatted on his arm. Well, it's actually not a they, because C-Mac was the only member. Because of this, he had ultimate control, kind of like a Madden franchise. He chose Chino as the city, a gator as the logo, and green as their color. So from what I'd assume, C-Mac would stand outside his cul-de-sac, wave his green rag, and wait for any devious soccer moms to roll down the block. But wait, just a week later, their name would change once again, now known as the 4-5 Chino.
Bro, this nigga, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. This is crazy. Bro, Milk is about to have a field day with this. My nigga Milk Milk is about to have 3 reactions to this.
Well, this only lasted for 8 more days, as C-Mac then decided that he was a 5-deuce Hoover. He even dissed the whole neighborhood card. Yes, in 2012, Crip Mac claimed Hoover and dissed the whole...
What? Is this known, bro? This nigga trying to get Crip Mac DP'd. You trying to get Crip Mac DP'd again, nigga? You trying to get this nigga kicked off the set? What you trying to do, nigga? Listen, man, he wildin'. See, this is why you can't let these white boy investigative niggas come to the internet and get your motherfucking background, bro, because this is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Neighborhood card. If you ask me, that's not keeping it nifty on 50s. Well, his life as an internet...
Nah, I know they not gonna think that's keeping it nifty. I don't know none of them niggas, but I know they not gonna think that's keeping it 50.
Hoover would
Hell
not
no.
last long, as now he was on to claiming different hoods. On January 24th, 2013, C-Mac was invited to a party hosted by the Trey 57 Pomona Crips. And what do you know, just 2 days later, C-Mac is on Facebook claiming Trey 57 and dissing their opposition. At this point, Crip Mac is like the Tiana Trump of the LA streets. But wait, we're not even in the LA chapter of his life yet, and from here it only gets worse. Before going to LA, C-Mac would claim one more made-up set, the 7-1 Chino Villains. Well, this did not last long, and now he was on to his next venture, rapping.
Get money every time. Get money. Get girl like me, and my swag is so efficient.
At this point, he's already 20 years old. He tried being a rolling 60 in Texas, then came back, tried to claim 5 different sets, and then pursue a rap career. So now, what is the next step for C-Mac the LOC, also known as Suburban Trevor? Well, this is when he finally moved to the city of Los Angeles, moving in with his girlfriend on 111th in Vermont. From here, he tried to get put onto Acacia Block in Compton, but they didn't want him, so he decided to keep it moving. His next try was the infamous roll.
He said, but they didn't want him, so he decided to keep it moving. Bro, this nigga funny, bro. Swamp Stories, bro. Shout out to you, nigga. You got me cackling like a motherfucker, bro.
60s, and they decided to let him in. So in August of 2013, Crip Mac officially joined the Rolling 60s. At 20 years old, his lifelong dream had finally come true. Crip Mac had made it out.
Nah, this right here for Crip Mac is literally like the graduation day. Like, this nigga been trying his whole life.
Suburbs and into the streets of South Central LA. The reverse of what everyone else in the world is trying to do. I guess Crip Mac was the original John Moran. Well, unfortunately, his life as a Rolling 60 would not last long. In fact, after just a year, he was DP'd and put off the set.
However it went, I didn't make the cut through the GP. I got put off, whatever.
His dream life was now over with. He literally tried everything possible to become a respected member of something. He then decided to move to...
He said he literally tried to become a respected member of something. Bro, this nigga crazy. Bro, Crip Mac, this is a legend. I'm just watching the video, gang. I'm just reacting.
Is with his mother for the next year. But after a year in Vegas, C-Mac returned to South Central LA as he decided to give banging one more try. Sometime between January of 2015 and 2017, C-Mac was officially put on to 55th Street. This means that he was put on between the ages of 22 and 24 years old. Regardless, from this day, it's been 55th Street ever since. Why they'd accept an applicant like him who's been tossed around, I don't know, but here we are. After a year of being a 55th Street member, C-Mac was arrested and sent to jail for stealing a bike. C-Mac actually did 2 years in prison where he programmed Time 5. Well, after being released in 2020, he returned to LA with content creation on his mind. At first, it was simply funny videos that caught people's attention, but then he started dissing the Hoovers relentlessly.
I ain't letting up on them.
Yeah.
Ever.
When the Hoovers saw this, they were shocked because they didn't even know who this was. This is because out of his...
Niggas said they were shocked because they didn't even know who this was. Yo, imagine a nigga pop up dissing you in your hood and you never see this nigga in your life. Like, that'd be crazy.
27 years of life, only 3 were actually spent in LA. Thus why the enemies he has whacked out on his forehead claim they've never seen him in their life.
C-Mac is like really like not a focus in my eyes. I have never seen him. I don't know nobody, none of my friends seen him. Like, I mean, he just like something to joke around with, like play with it, but don't worry about that man like that. Ain't no serious like topic. Like,
I gotta ask, how did the beef with you and C-Mac start?
I'm gonna correct it. First of all, it's not no beef.
I'm pretty sure that this is son that knocked Crip Mac out. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? I want to know his name because I forget it. But son name is at the top of my head, but I forget. What is it? I forget his name, bro. But respect to this nigga, man. They said this nigga boxed the shit out of C-Mac in jail. C-Mac said that shit.
Okay.
Like, no, there's no way we beef.
Okay.
That's entertainment. Ain't no such thing as no beef.
Because you never met him, never seen him.
I never seen him. I never heard of him before the internet. Like I said, I've been in the streets my whole life. I never heard of him or nothing. So I'm finna beef with him. I'm not finna beef with you for no internet. I got too much street credit for that. don't know who you are. I don't
Real
know who
nigga
you
shit,
are.
you heard him? He said, I got too much beef credit, street credit for that, nigga. I ain't about to be beefing with no internet nigga randomly.
I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are.
No one in South Central knew who C-Mac was because he spent his entire life in Texas and Chino Hills. Oh yeah, and Las Vegas as well. Regardless, it was a true recipe for YouTube success, and Adam22 began taking notice. On March 16th, 2021, the Crip Mac No Jumper interview was dropped and it went absolutely viral. One thing to notice is that since that video, his voice and cadence has changed completely.
I love it. Sometimes people hit me up and I think it's a setup. So I block the account. You see that? You just blocked your biggest fan. He imitates the gang life, but he's not a gangbanger. This is not a gang.
Well, after the No
I ain't gonna lie, that is definitely a clear difference.
Jumper interview, all of the fans wanted to see him in his hood. And boom, that's when Andrew Callahan drops the legendary Crip Mac vlog. After watching the video, the first thing that came to my mind is where are all of his fellow members? Why is it always just him on the block? In vlog after vlog after vlog, I could not find any fellow 55th Street members. Where are the 55th Street members? The whole world needed to know. And unfortunately, we all found out in the worst way possible. In January of 2022, Crip Mac's old Facebook page was revealed. All of the posts claiming fake sets, dissing the neighborhood card, and saying he's done with banging. And this is when the 55th Street members decided to come out of the woodworks. His fellow members gave him one of the worst DPs in history that lasted over 7 minutes long. But the worst part about it is that they recorded it and uploaded it to the internet. This was dead wrong on so many levels. Yes, C-Mac should not have posted all that, but why would you disrespect your brother to that extent? And as a 30-year-old man, why are you letting this happen to you? But that's when we learned that this is how 5'5" treats Crip Mac on the regular.
You'd have been DP like 5 times.
About 5 times.
That's crazy.
About 5.
That's crazy, brother. Like, leave the gang. Leave the gang life, nigga. Go do something else with your life, nigga.
You know, but a GP only makes a man stronger because you can survive harder in the county jail.
Yeah.
Trust and believe that, dude.
From what I heard in South Central, they call dudes like C-Mac total crash dummies. Guys like him from the suburbs are treated badly by their set and they're told to do things they don't want to do. Maybe this explains all of the face tats, how he speaks, and why he's always trying to overprove himself. For guys like King Von, for example, they're actually born into this life, almost without a choice. But for Crip Mac, he decided to move to LA at 21 years old and join a crew that he didn't know a single member of.
Nah, that is kind of crazy when you think about that, bro. Moving to a block and just joining this hood, you know none of these niggas, you don't know none of these men, none of these niggas you know, you came up with, you went to school with, you hit licks with, you committed crimes with, none of them. And then you just join their hood and put that shit all over your face, all over your body. This is alleged though, I don't know. If this is true, then that's crazy. If this is true, then that's crazy. Now listen, man, my camera about to die, bro. I told you I had it on the charger, but the charger ain't charging. So we about to end this reaction here, bro, but this is nuts, my boy. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's keep going.
He chose to have ops that don't even know he exists. All of this to fill his identity crisis. If the camera cut off, I'm gonna keep the commentary going. So for all of the young men out there dealing with the same thing, please realize that this is not the way to do it. Going to college or joining the military will fill that void 10 times over. Well, on a positive note, Crip Mac is extremely entertaining and has a true talent for YouTube. His natural charisma and talent for entertainment got him millions of views. From what I would estimate, the channel probably generated hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But unfortunately, he keeps giving the keys to his channel to local hood OGs. Whether it's Coach Warren or King...
Bro, that is crazy, bro. The fact that niggas done took over Crip Mac YouTube, mad times, mad different niggas, and they all seem to be homies, it's crazy. Like, man, I don't know. This nigga Swamp Stories might have... I don't know, man. Jimmy Gang, I'm here to react. I need y'all in the comments with y'all reaction. Let me know what y'all think. This was a long video. Let me know what y'all think. My boys, I'm gone. I'll see y'all in the next one. Jimmy Gang, I appreciate y'all for staying this long if y'all still here. Y'all my hearts. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like the video. Share this with somebody, bro. Share this with the homies. Share it on your timeline. I'm gone.